Hey, welcome to another edition of Taptico Talks. And
Dave learns AI.
Dave learns AI. That's what we're here for. I am Dave, and this is Nick. And we are two of the three members of Taptico Solutions. And what? What are you
Well,
gonna say?
Tribble, last week's episode, you wore the same thing.
Yeah, I like consistency in the clothing that I
It's
wear.
really weird. It's like every 2 weeks you wear the same thing and every time. And then all of a sudden,
Well, that's all by design. See, I actually have.
let's talk about it.
I actually
Go on.
have. I actually have an. I have an AI dressing assistant.
Really?
Yes, and I program in there what it is I need to wear and why and all that. And so for consistency's sake, what I'll do is I'll get a message in the morning that says, "Oh, don't forget to wear the Howler shirt because you'll be filming today."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's is it an agent? This is an MCP, is an LLM or multimodal?
I'm learning AI. You tell me.
Does it show you a picture of what you need, or is it more of an inventory text-based?
Inventory text-based. Yeah, I don't.
Okay,
I
so
don't
that would be an LLM.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, this is the kind of stuff we're going to learn about today. Hopefully, you'll be as excited as I am right now. Actually, we're going to talk specifically about prompt engineering.
Prompt engineering. Yeah.
Which to me, if you say engineering, I'm typically falling asleep.
Me too.
Yeah, like just over here.
Right.
That's not the side of my brain that works. Tell
Me
me.
neither.
Yeah,
Me
really?
neither. Yeah.
So tell me more about it.
When you say engineering, that implies numbers and angles, protractors. But you're a writer, you're creative. So think words. So the word engineer in that completely misleading. That's just so the nerds can feel like they own it, right? It's really communication. How do you communicate with your LLM, your chatbot, your agent? But basically, how do you provide instructions to the AI that you're trying to use? That is what prompt engineering is.
Can you give me an example of a good prompt versus a bad prompt?
I like analogies.
You definitely do.
When I go into Starbucks, I say, can I get a black coffee large with room for cream? When you go into Starbucks, what do you order? And I know this.
I get a venti iced soy latte with 3 stevias.
So that is a great prompt,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
you're prompting the barista to make your coffee exactly how you want it to be made.
Right.
I have lower, but that's a bad prompt. If I say, give me coffee large, right? So it could be anything. They could give me what you ordered, except just in large. So I would say prompt engineering is basically, especially those people that have very specific orders at Starbucks, treat the LLM or the AI how you would treat a barista when you go to Starbucks to get your very special, what is it again?
Venti iced soy latte with 3 stevias.
Right. So you used to,
I'm cutting it down to 2 stevias.
it used to
actually.
be longer
Ow.
too.
Yeah,
You just bite your tongue?
I did.
Oh, are you okay, buddy?
It never used to be longer than that. I mean, that's
I'm
about.
pretty sure you had like double pump vanilla.
Nope, never done sweeteners in it
Huh.
other than Truvia or anyway. Nobody cares
Anywho.
about that bad.
So yeah, so for the analogy, here's the bumper sticker, right? Talk to your LLM like you would talk to a Starbucks barista.
Have you ever used that analogy before?
No, it's the first time.
It's a very good one.
Thanks.
So ultimately, if I am not direct, if I am not asking a specific question, I'm not going to get a specific answer.
Right. Yeah. So, but you also in that, so the only tweak I would put on that analogy for prompt engineering is tell the LLM, in this case, the barista, you're a Starbucks barista. I need to order my favorite coffee. My favorite coffee is what you said.
You said that's a good prompt. Put
That's a
the
good
whole
prompt.
thing in there.
Yes.
So put the whole thing in there. So would you say that you're an expert at prompt engineering?
I would say everyone has room to grow, but the longer the prompt, the better the prompt for the most part, if you know what to do.
So when you're giving a prompt, you'll typically break it into just as many details as you possibly can.
Right.
So that is as specific as you can, even before you, and you're just trying to get an answer. You're trying to get something done for you. And you're doing all, this is an interesting thing to think about, because a lot of people think, oh, AI just takes the work out of everything, but it really doesn't.
The work goes in the prompting.
And it just helps you get the solution. So
Right.
you have to communicate the problem well enough for them to come up with a solution.
You have to communicate the solution that you're looking for. So you could say, I'm tired, so I need coffee, right?
Right.
You could also say, this is the coffee I usually get. What other coffee that Starbucks has, Starbucks barista? Because let's imagine that this is a Starbucks trained AI agent, right? The barista is basically that.
Yeah.
Not to minimize baristas. But literally that is exactly what an AI agent is a barista is well-trained, knows everything about Starbucks, everything about coffee, all that stuff. An agent is that for whatever you train it for. So say it's negotiation tactics, say it's sales training, say it's furniture, store sales, retail, B2B, whatever. You can train those and they become the baristas of that specific data set.
Is there an LLM that you feel like is better at translating the prompts that you give than others? Because there are tons of LLMs, and we've talked about them in the past, but I'll go ahead and talk about some of them again. That's ChatGPT, that's Claude, that's Manus, that's Perplexity, that's Grok.
Going.
I might have hit my capacity.
Gemini.
No, Gemini. Ooh, Google, I'm sorry. You got a lot of work to do. That's the last one on my brain.
Yeah, which is funny because we use
We use the
Google.
G Suite.
Yeah, and Gemini within G Suite is amazing. Also, Microsoft Copilot. Microsoft, I'm going through all of the training right now. We have a client that uses Microsoft, and Microsoft has done an amazing job of integrating AI into all of their tools. So anyone out there that uses Microsoft 365 in
So
their
PowerPoint, Excel, Access, all that stuff.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Microsoft has done a really good job about integrating AI through Copilot that can help you with all that stuff, but they've done a terrible job of branding it. Like there's so many different tools that Microsoft and apps that Microsoft uses. I can't keep them straight, you know, and a lot of them are redundant or kind of bleed over into others. So you're not sure what for what and all that stuff. But I'm learning all that stuff as we speak. So if anyone out there uses Microsoft 365 and you need someone to come train you or build your AI systems,
He's the guy. Yeah, well, you specifically on that portion of it, but I was asking specifically about LLMs in regards to prompting and whether or not there is one LLM that you've worked with that can, let's just say you take the same prompt and put it on 3 different LLMs. Do you find that there's one that gives more succinct, more descriptive, more information than others? Or are they all pretty much level?
it depends on the kind of information you want. So Claude has Claude Code. So if you're a programmer and you need code, Claude.
I don't even think about that.
Right.
I'm so not that person.
Right.
But wow, what a next level for somebody who does speak code, that needs help with code, that can help fix a broken piece of code, having something as easy as putting the prompt in with the code that's broken and going, boom, there's the fix.
Yeah, and there's a lot of tools that do that specifically or help you with that, like Cursor. But to answer your question, Claude Code, I think, is probably top notch. Grok 4 just dropped last week, and that is by benchmarks and metrics like the smartest, most intelligent. I'm not a coder, so I can't speak to the coding on that. For me, it depends on what you're looking for. So I would say strategic stuff, Claude for me is the best, but when it comes to remembering the context of what I'm doing, ChatGPT is top notch.
Yeah.
And all the different models within there, the reasoning or the research, deep research, all that stuff. It really depends on the outcome that you're looking for.
9 out of 10 people I talk to about what we're doing, and I mention AI, 9 out of 10 people say ChatGPT, like, and that's it. That's as far as that education goes.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
That's
okay,
why we're here, Dave.
yeah, we're here to educate, to help implement, to help teach, learn. You mentioned, hey, if somebody needs some help with Microsoft and the integration of AI, whatever tools they can call us. We recently spoke with a potential client that wants us to pretty much come in and be consultants and show their entire
2,000
industry.
Yeah, there are 2,000 employees how to use it. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's definitely something that Taptico can do.
absolutely. Yeah,
It's in our tool shed.
it's in the tool shed.
Right on. What I wanted to talk about is, this is Dave Learns AI. So I am obviously learning a bunch, and I probably know more than most already at this particular
You're already
point.
probably top 1%. I'll be
Wow.
honest.
I haven't
Yeah.
been top 1% in anything in my entire life.
top 1% in my heart.
Oh, and that's sweet. But recently I went into a rabbit hole and was listening to somebody talk about Grok 4 and talking about AGI and
Do you know what that stands for?
augmented.
Wrong.
No, what is it? Artificial general
Yep.
intelligence.
Yep.
And then there are 3 levels of AI intelligence, right? There's your standard AGI, and then there's what, ASI?
Artificial superintelligence.
Super intelligence.
Right.
And that is, at this point, there's nothing above it.
All right. So what's your question?
So I want to know the difference
So
between the levels and what does it mean?
So I don't think anyone really knows what artificial superintelligence is yet. It depends on who you ask, I think, but AI has existed for a long time.
Yeah.
Pandora,
Yeah.
who we had remember we're having dinner
Yeah.
with the founder? Oh, it was
Yeah.
fun, right?
That was fun.
Tim, what's up? But so that's artificial intelligence. Google is artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
right?
Amazon is artificial.
Amazon, Alexa,
Yeah.
Siri. They're all artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
AGI is basically what agents are, except that what's the best way to explain it? It basically is autonomous. So it can pass for a human.
Meaning you give it information and it can take that information and communicate it back to you as if you're having a conversation with a human.
Right.
And it but it has reason.
It's autonomous in that, like, you don't have to give it. I mean, it'll be trained, yes.
Yeah.
But once it's trained, it's like Rosie the robot from Jetsons.
Yeah.
It's a tool or a robot probably that can find problems and the solutions all at once.
Now, in this thing that I heard of the artificial superior intelligence,
Super intelligence.
I
think that's what's
that maybe it was AGI, that it was given this AGI model, or whoever's getting closest to, maybe it was Grok 4 or whatever, they were giving it tests, all different engineering tests, historical tests, scientific tests, whatever. And it was like scoring 100% on every test, meaning it has all knowledge.
It has all knowledge, right? It's basically PhD level in every subject.
AGI.
Grok 4.
Grok 4 already. So,
Yes.
So how close is that to the goal? Was the goal AGI? Was that like 100?
A lot of people think that we're already at AGI.
Yeah.
Because agents are kind of AGI.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to look it up. I want to look up the actual definition for AGI because this is actually important because AGI is really what is when things get a little bit scary.
Well, from what I heard is when Elon Musk was unveiling Grok 4 and he was talking about the powers of what Grok 4 was doing and what was coming, he actually used the term terrifying twice in talking about that. Now, you're talking about somebody who's part of the team that is developing this, who's actually going, hey, what we're doing is terrifying. So we are creating something that is terrifying. Now, call me crazy. Unless I'm making a horror film, I don't necessarily want what I'm creating to be considered terrifying.
So this is one thing that people debate.
Yeah.
So AGI, I use Perplexity.
I was going to ask, what LLM did you use?
Perplexity, which is don't use Google anymore.
Yeah.
Perplexity.ai. We talked about that last episode. AGI refers to hypothetical type of artificial intelligence that can understand, learn, and apply knowledge across a wide range of tasks at a level equal to or surpassing humans.
Mm.
So it learns on its own. So Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, ChatGPT, they're building superintelligence, and they've asked, what are you going to use it for? And he said, on record, I don't know, we'll ask it.
God.
So that's one of those, they build the AI, they train it. They're like, okay,
So how do we use you?
How can we use you best?
Oh.
Because artificial superintelligence is smarter than the smartest humans.
Oh my gosh.
So whatever the level is above PhD level,
Yeah.
it's that.
Yeah.
Probably times 10.
We've never seen it,
We've never seen it.
but we're about to.
We're about to.
In our life.
In a year.
No,
So I'm not sure if you follow the trades like I do.
I do not. That's
No.
why you're teaching me right now.
Oh yeah, good point. But so Mark Zuckerberg and his boys over at Meta/Facebook, they haven't really invented anything since Facebook, which was also a knockoff that he stole, right? We all saw the movies, but they are buying up all of the brains from OpenAI. They're giving them $100 million contract, like signing bonuses, basically.
Yeah.
$100 million each to come work for them. So they're getting all the best engineers because they want to leapfrog and get the superintelligence thing rolling.
Wow. They want to be the leader of the superintelligence.
They're just falling behind because they have AI, Meta AI, but also Llama, which is, have you even heard of Llama?
I've never heard of it.
No,
Is it
no
an
one-
LLM?
It is. It's but it's more local on your local server, and it's more techie, more nerd driven.
Yeah.
Which, no offense,
I'm not.
it's okay. Don't get defensive now.
So, just you saying the word nerd reminds me of Ogre. I think it's Ogre.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
From Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah. I'm perplexing. I just took
Is that a term?
No, I just made it up. I just coined
Perplexing.
it. Yeah. I'm perplexing artificial superintelligence.
We're doing this live, folks.
That's right. ASI, artificial superintelligence, is a hypothetical form of artificial intelligence that far surpasses human intelligence in every single domain, including problem solving, learning, reasoning, creativity, social skills, and even emotional understanding.
Wow.
Unlike current AI, which is restricted to specific tasks known as narrow or weak AI, ASI would possess a general cognitive ability well beyond even the brightest human minds, enabling it to outperform humans across all fields and adapt to new situations without human intervention.
That's crazy. So all of this would be especially awesome if like everybody was inherently good in this world.
In
And
what
that's
world?
in the world we live in.
Okay.
Because
Like humans were.
yeah, I
inherently
think that's
good.
the part that's terrifying for Elon Musk or anybody else is you get this kind of ability to do anything in the wrong hands can be disastrous. And that's where a lot of the fears come from. obviously we're not trying to do a podcast about that. We're not
We can.
the what do they call it? Conspiracy theory stuff.
Conspiracy theory stuff. Yeah.
Um,
But then that's a real fear.
That is a real fear,
like-
but there are a lot of conspiracies behind it all, or what's going to happen. People trying to say, well, this is what's going to happen. This happens, this happens, this happens, and
Yeah, nobody knows.
Yeah, and that just plays into a bunch of that stuff. The whole reason why we're here, and I talk to people about AI, and the ones that are like scared of it are like, oh man, I don't want anything to do with it, blah blah blah. But that's not. We're not here for it to take jobs or here to take over the world. All we're trying to do is make people knowledgeable and efficient in the jobs that they're doing, especially when it comes to marketing a brand or a business. And that's why we exist.
Right. Yeah, we're not here to develop artificial superintelligence that are going to fly jets.
Yeah.
Whenever they want.
We're not those guys.
We're taking over the jets now. Maybe if they took over the New York Jets, that would be good.
Somebody needs to take over
Right?
the New York Jets.
All right. Huh?
That was good.
So, yeah, but that's anyone that says they know what's going to happen with AI, I've say this a million times, is a liar, because it's just it's the Wild West right now. And all you can learn to do is learn how to operate in the Wild West, because it's here.
Yeah.
And
You can ignore it.
you can ignore it, just
Sure.
like Blockbuster ignored streaming.
Yeah. Or I spent 23 years in the music business. The music business ignored streaming. They ignored other content options for listeners. They ignored it. And I'll tell you, traditional media has paid for it many times over, of just going, I have blinders on, I'm not going to pay attention. Same can be said for artificial intelligence. Put your blinders on, ignore it, and we'll see what happens for you.
Yeah. Good luck to you.
And if you don't want to have those blinders on and you want somebody to help you through this, you call us.
But, going back to that, it's almost like if you don't embrace what AI can do for you, if you have a white collar job, like a knowledge based job, if you don't embrace it, you're literally just giving the people that do embrace it a leg up.
Yeah.
You're basically trying to compete with people that have, all their arms and limbs working, and you've got both your hands tied behind your back, because the amount of quality output obviously depends on the prompt, but the amount of quality output and how quickly you can do that just exponentially increases the soup to nuts time to get something done. From A to B, it's like this from here, right? Yeah. It's like taking a bike across the country or a plane. It really is.
I saw a quick interview, and we'll wrap it up after this, but I saw a quick interview with one of the original developers in the AI world, as older gentleman who has since pulled himself out of it and going, this is getting out of control. I'm nervous about it, whatever. And he pretty much said, listen, if you want a job in the future, be a plumber, because all the rest of the jobs are going to be replaced by computers.
Well, hate to break it to you and this guy, but the first gallbladder surgery, I think it was gallbladder, last week was done by an AI.
Really?
A robot.
Wow.
I think they're testing, it might have been liver transplant. It was something, an internal organ on pigs.
Yeah.
But they actually, they just position the pig, and it can identify what it's seeing, and it can slice it up. And there are statistics, I don't remember off the top of my head, but the stats were that the cut was like 90%, 95% more accurate and clean than the cuts from human doctors, because human error is an absolute thing.
Oh, yeah.
But computer error is a lot less.
Yeah, less likely.
Yeah.
Less likely.
It's the beginning stages of that. So plumbing robots, probably at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The one thing that I think it can't do is hair cutting, hairdressing.
Not yet.
Because anything that's scientific based, AI will do it. Anything that's taste based, I think that's where humanity separates itself. As
You don't
taste.
think that at some point somebody could have a computer generated, automated, artificial intelligent robot that's cutting hair, and you upload a photo and go, I want to look like this person right here, and it goes blip, 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 blip. Look at that.
Maybe.
hopefully.
Anyone that says they know the future of AI is a liar.
Well, that's it for us this time around. Taptico Talks. Dave learns AI. I'm learning just like you, and Nick is part of the educational team here at Taptico, not only for me, but for you as well. Taptico.co. Hit us up on our website. Of course, you can DM us, leave a comment on our YouTube.
Instagram, we're on TikTok.
Yep.
We drop these little nuggets all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thanks for listening.
Cool. We'll see you next time.
You laugh. This is what professionals do. You know you need Unique Unite New York. You know you need Unique Unite New York. Rubber Baby Buggy Bumpers. Rubber Baby. I'm ready.